Legends Never Die, Recap 2. Sw360, Old Granddad, Big Butch the Lesbian, Young Russell with the Big Hustle. Coming at you live. We're going to keep it clear and concise for my man Cheats out there. Cheats Movement Shop. Check out the blog. Alright, first of all, we got there. The venue was well suited and set up. 12:30, it was just a few people rumbling around. 30, 40, 50 people. Got my VIP passes. Not necessary. There's tons of seats for places for people to sit most of the day. But VIP gave you a raised area where you could sit and enjoy a beverage, watch the show. The ring girls were in VIP a lot, so they had that little benefit right there. Getting right to it. Chillin' Alive versus Habib to start the show off. I picked Chillin' Alive early on. It was a good battle. Habib had something to prove, obviously, today. He brought too much. Brought too much for Chillin' Alive. Had just notes briefly. Habib just going off. You could say a 3-0. Some people might say 2-1. Habib. He's no joke. He's for real. Check him out. Southpaw Battle Coalition. Habib, no doubt. Breeze. I'm telling you, we blazing through this. Breeze, the poet, versus Artillery the God. Breeze brought his usual aggression. I was interested to see this battle. Artillery's got great delivery and presence. Breeze has got great presence and aggression. Long story short, Breeze showed up. Artillery did not. A lot of choking. Apparently was just not prepared for the big day. A lot of choking. I walked outside to hang out with my friends that were smoking on the patio. He was choking. A couple minutes later, I walked back in. He was still choking. 3 thumbs down. I spoke with Artillery after the battle. Just told him to get him next time. People underestimate how much concentration and mental focus it takes for these battles. If you've never done one, you'll never know. But trust, it's a lot of work that goes into it, and the work just wasn't put in. I had Artillery the God. I thought this was going to be all about presence and delivery on both sides. Artillery just didn't show up. Moving on. Big Genya versus Fabio the Kid, Cool Kid. Fabio Cool Kid could not make it, so this battle did not happen. Fabio the Cool Kid versus Big Genya did not happen, which ended up probably was a good thing as time ran short in the venue. We'll get to that in a minute. Hold on, internets. We'll get to that as time ran short overall for the battles of the day. Before we get into that, I spoke with Big Genya. I heard some of his verses he had. I'm true to my prediction. I think he would have took Fabio. The big guy is always believable with the bully shit. Fabio didn't show up. I thought it was going to be a very interesting battle. Fabio has excellent wordplay. And Big Genya is Air Shotgun Shug with just the presence and the bully tactics. Shout out to both compatriots. I hope maybe they'll set this back up at some point in time. All right? All right. And before we move on to the main battles, let me just say that at this point in the day, the patio was open. You were able to smoke outside. The bar was there. There's plenty of service. No problem getting served. The drinks were a little light, a little small. Internets, but it's an event. It's a venue. That's what it is. Security was on site, but they were playing it cool, just sitting back, mainly taking everything in. There's no need. There's no drama, no problems. It was a great event in that way. And by the second battle, it really filled in a lot of people there. Big crowd, good crowd, mixed, diverse crowd. So there we are. So here we are. Next up, Moon versus Bravo 2, the rematch. And I said earlier that this is the one I was most excited about seeing. Let me get to my notes. This was a great battle. Bravo came up to me before the event and let me know that he was using my prediction as inspiration. He definitely had something to show and prove. And I definitely think he did show and prove. No doubt about that. All during the battle, he seemed very excited, eager, hungry to get his point of view across, to get his bars out. He didn't have any stutters or stammers, no problems. A great battle from Bravo's side, a great battle. Now, as for Moon, he was the same impeccable Moon that we've come to rely on. Bravo got off a lot of gems, but it just doesn't seem to affect Moon. He's mostly impenetrable at sometimes. Maybe compared to his Head Ice, his presence and delivery is constant. And even sometimes when the bars are a little light, it's just the presence and delivery carries. I think the word in the room was that Moon won. I actually had Bravo winning 2-1. I don't think anybody's going to argue. I think a lot of people in the building thought Moon won 2-1. I definitely gave Moon the third. I had Bravo snapping. With one issue, though, Bravo's rounds were very long. I didn't see anybody actually keeping time. Definitely no one got stopped during the night, except for the last battle. More on that in a minute. So it's hard to judge. Bravo went way long. I personally clocked a couple of his rounds when Moon started discussing it openly in the battle. And I didn't stop for crowd response, but several of his rounds were 5 minutes plus. A couple of his rounds were 5 minutes plus. And it was verified that it was supposed to be 3 to 3.5 minute rounds. So with so much extra material, it's hard to really declare Bravo a winner, but I did 2-1. Moon had the style, delivery, and presence. I just didn't think the bars were there enough on this night. In my opinion, this, of course, sets up Moon versus Bravo 3, which may be coming soon from the Southpaw Battle Coalition. They got a lot of great rappers making the cycles and the runs through. I know this event was a success. I'm sure there'll be more events. Next up, we have Radio B versus JC. Get to my notes. Radio B showed up. He was snapping. He was in his environment. He was feeling the hometown pride. He was excited. Again, anxious. Not in a bad way. Just energetic. Ready to get his thing done. Get it off. He had lines like catching both Carters together, and he had an Al Bundy rebuttal that was nice. And, you know, chopping veg up and Julianne Carter. You know, he had his punchlines. He showed up. He did his thing. Apparently, and to, you know, this was the opinion to a lot of people in the crowd. I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people in the crowd thought JC just edged him every round. It wasn't a body by any means because it was close. It was a great battle. Radio B put it all on the table. It just seemed like JC had a little bit more every round and edged him 3-0. All right, last but not least, we had Nicholas F. versus Danger Zone. Time was running out. We didn't know. We're watching. We're casually watching. You know, everybody paid $25 plus to get in. We'd all been drinking and eating all day. The cheeseburgers were horrible. Chicken wings weren't bad. The drinks were small. I mentioned that already. So anyway, we got Nicholas F. versus Danger Zone. Nicholas F. was spazzing. I mean, just putting it on the line. This was his moment, and he took it. He threw a lot at Danger Zone, you know, set it off. We're not really a big fan of one-round battles, but sometimes that's how you got to get it done. So okay, you know. Danger Zone began to reply. I think he might have got a minute or so off, maybe less. The venue turned on the lights. I guess that was the warning. Soon after, the sound man turned up music, cut the stage mics, and notified everybody they had to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? It's pretty abrupt, pretty rude, especially with the money spent and the good vibes of the day. No problems, you know. Apparently they knew they had to end by this time. It was an unfortunate thing. I hope that Danger and Nick will get it on video and they can drop that at a later time. Shout out to Rock Stages. Did an excellent job hosting the show through the love and the hate, as always, for a host. He represented well. Shout to Rock Stages. Shout out to Billy Wynn, Jazz from the Richmatic crew in the building, and KBAD, the listening party, Cheats Movement, all my associates and compatriots. That's the recap. That's how it went down. Hopefully their video will drop, and hopefully the Southpaw Battle Coalition is coming right back with another event. I'm Sw360 right here from DP 10,000 Central, and I'm out, baby.